Yeah, hi there. These comments are for NC. I'm just using your initials for privacy purposes, and I am Professor Buckoff. And guess what? I just read your paper. Thank you for completing it. And you'll get a grade when I turn it in, but there are some things that you should be aware of. Now, just a few things here. Now, right before you get to this first paragraph where you discuss your first article, you do need to have an introduction. The introduction needs to explain the three parts of the project: the academic summaries, the letter, and the reflection response. And you can include maybe a topic about discourse communities that kind of get the reader interested. Then you can move toward your thesis. Now, in terms of your summaries, it's not very easy for me to understand who is saying what. So let me read one of your paragraphs. So you have the first one, says by Brad Sherman, getting people with disabilities into the workforce. And then the first paragraph says, most American people have a disability are supporting their workforce and living on government benefits. It's because the reauthorizing legislation to increase opportunities for having disabled people. But who is saying this information? So we want to know that this information comes from Sherman. So then you'll say, according to Sherman, most American people, and so on. So when you're doing your summary, NC, about maybe 3 times in the paragraph, you'll say Sherman states, or according to the article, or the writer also claims. Even use present tense verbs when you do that. So it's important that we know where this information comes from so that you avoid what's called plagiarism. So that would be my first comment. Now, each of your summary paragraphs should be changed in that regard. You want to make sure we know where the information is coming from. Now, my next suggestion regarding your summaries is you have in some cases 3 paragraphs for each summary. You don't need that. You just need 1 paragraph for your summary, 1 paragraph for your analysis. So for the first part of the writing assignment, you'll have 6 paragraphs. So if you include the introduction, you'll have 7. So you have your introduction, then you have Article 1, you have your summary and analysis. That's paragraphs 2 and 3. Then for Article 2, you'll have your next summary and analysis. That gives you paragraphs 4 and 5, or actually 3 and 4. Then you have your third article with a summary and analysis, which gives you paragraphs 5 and 6. All right, now the next thing. When you get into the analysis, you do need to use citations. Now, I think that you are using citations, but you're not including in-text citations that tell us, again, where this information is coming from. So you have that problem pretty much in all 3 of your analysis paragraphs. Now, here's what you do. I want you to go right now, using Google, go to type in the words sample MLA research paper. Now you need improvements in this. This is going to be very helpful for you. So once you bring up the paper, again, sample MLA research papers. Now look at the paper and pay attention in the body paragraphs when the writer mentions a source. Even if it's a summary or a paraphrase, how does the writer do that? Then what you're going to do is copy that and try to do something similar in your own writing. I also noticed you're having some trouble with your works cited section. So there is a good website. It's very easy. Go to easybib.com, and that will show you how to create your citations for the works cited section of your page, right? And that will help you with your formatting. Now also, when you look at that sample MLA research paper, you'll notice that you're not really using MLA formatting. You're single spacing from one line to the next. So you're not exactly there with your formatting either. So you have some improvements that you need to make in both how you're organizing and formatting your paper. Now the good news is, I think the letter was very, very well thought out, and you also had a well thought out reflection response. The third part of the assignment, I think, was the strongest part of the assignment for you. All right, so anyway, another thing is I'm noticing that you're having some problems with your language use, your vocabulary, and your grammar. So make an effort for the next few months to really use English as much as you can. This is important. The more fluent you can become in English, the easier it will be for you in your writing. You can improve your writing with practice, and part of that's actually speaking. Practicing your speaking on a daily basis. All right, anyway, thank you for turning in the assignment.